In 1848, a man named James Marshall caught a glimmer of something that would change the landscape of the American West. Within a few short weeks, word of his discovery spread and gold fever gripped the nation. This is the story of the California Gold Rush. The promise of riches began in the Sacramento Valley region of California at a place called Sutter's Mill. On January 24, 1848, James Marshall noticed gold in the water at the mill. Although he and John Sutter tried to keep the discovery a secret, this golden opportunity was too big to contain. After all, why would an employee at a mill or a shop in town continue working there if he knew he might strike it rich in a nearby stream? Men in nearby San Francisco left in droves to search for gold in the land around Sutter's Mill. By 1849, news reached the East Coast and places as far away as China. Men who became known as the 49ers left their homes and families to travel to a land they believed teemed with gold for the taking. Within the year, towns sprung up across California. These boomtowns became bustling hubs of opportunity and chaos. The life of a 49er in California wasn't easy. They had left behind the modern conveniences of their lives back home to settle in an area that sought to profit off the gold fever that brought these men to the West Coast. The newly formed boomtowns became notorious for gambling, violence, and other troublesome behavior. Goods and supplies were limited, which sent prices skyrocketing. The very men who sought wealth and fame often left with empty pockets. The impact of the California Gold Rush was felt far and wide. The non-native population of California had exploded from around 20,000 people in early 1848 to over 380,000 by 1860. Hundreds of towns became centers of life for people, and new mines dotted the landscape. As more people traveled west in search of riches, the demand for faster transportation spurred the development of the Transcontinental Railroad, which connected the east and west coasts of the U.S. Gold fever also had an impact on immigration to the U.S. People from all over the world rushed to California hoping to strike it rich. According to the Library of Congress, by 1851, 25,000 Chinese immigrants had moved to California, along with others from countries in Europe. The work of immigrants was pivotal to the building of railroads, towns, and cities of the West. Unfortunately, as the numbers of immigrants increased, so did discrimination. Chinese immigrants, for example, faced violence, were forced out of their businesses, and suffered under discriminatory laws that limited immigration, made non-native-born minors pay higher taxes than American citizens, prevented Chinese immigrants from obtaining jobs, and even outlawed long braids on men and carrying vegetables and laundry on a pole. Discriminatory practices like these lasted well into the 1900s and made life incredibly difficult for Chinese immigrants living in the U.S. The American West was certainly transformed by the discovery of gold. In total, historians estimate that more than 750,000 pounds of gold was discovered in California during the era of the gold rush. Most miners only found a little, if any at all, but the dreams of wealth turned California towns into bustling cities and paved the way for westward expansion, an event that changed the course of the nation forever. Who knew a tiny golden nugget found in an unassuming mill could impact the lives of so many people in ways they could have never imagined? Hey everyone, thanks for watching. To keep up to date on the newest videos from the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, keep pursuing history.